Yeah, I mean, like you said, he's not the leader in points, but his imprint, his impact on the game is so big that it's always historical, even coming close to what he's done on the basketball court in any type of form. So to be close in points, it's a true honor. I mean, it's a test to longevity and loving the game, the stuff that MJ portrayed every day. And that's usually what gets you into these places, is when you work on your craft religiously and love the game. So that's what I took mostly from a lot of these greats that I've been able to watch, play against, play with, just how much they love the game. Then you don't really play the game to accomplish things like that. Don't get me wrong, this stuff is cool along the way, but all of it is just a conversation, like a talking point. Like, it's cool because it speaks to how long I've been around and how consistent I've been as a player. It does. That jumps out the most because it feels like you kind of understand the formula. I mean, you look at the numbers, you look at how many games you have to play, and usually when you're playing around 1,300 games in your career, that's almost 15 plus, 16 plus years in the league, and being consistent every day, that just should be a lesson in discipline and routine, and that'll get you far. And I think that's usually the message when you look at guys being on the scoring list is, how long they played and consistency they had over time. I think that's the most important thing as a player.
Do you then look ever at it and think, damn, I missed like 2.5 years of basketball from injury? Or you can't focus on it like that?
You can't really focus on it, but you can't help but to hear and to hear that stuff and to see the numbers, but it's like, can't look back. I think the journey that I went on was tailor-made for me, and it got me to this point. So yeah, it would have been cool to have 200 games back and see how many points I would score in those 200 games. But I'm still here. I'm still around doing what I love to do. I'm gonna do it as long as I can. You know what I'm saying? Stats tell you everything you need to know. And then accumulating stats is not a bad thing, I think, in basketball. I mean, you look at other sports, guys get MVPs, accolades based off of simply what their stats say.
Yeah.
And I think in basketball sometimes it's this underlining narrative or meaning underneath what all the stats truly means. Like, some stats to some people may mean something different, but at the end of the day, it takes production to put those numbers up for that long period of time, and that should be respected. And I think that's what people respect, the scoring records and reaching a certain number of scoring, 30,000 points, top 10, top 5. I think deep down people realize the longevity matters. Yeah, you can't. MJ is just bigger than the game. I mean, no matter who passes him in stats or who wins more, it's going to be hard to win.
Yeah.
Go 6-0. But even if you were to pass him in anything, just his impact on the sport and just culture in general is just too big. Like you said, he hovers above the sport from what he produced on the court, but also his personality is, like they say, his aura is just too hard to get away from. You know what I'm saying? And that's just from dominance on the floor. Like I've been saying, I said this in a few interviews, he also broke his foot one year, retired for a year. After the second three-peat, still could have 38. So I think he can say he missed some games too if he'd have been higher too. But like I said, it's bigger than the stats with MJ. And I don't think he has an equal in any industry.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like.